Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, I'm so excited to have you here with me. Real quick, just before I get started on this video, everything that I'm going to be talking about will be posted on an article, so you can feel free to click on the description box. There will be a link. Everything will be in a more structured format for those who like to read. If you're the kind of person that wants to plug in their headsets while they go to work, or you're kind of on the go and you're busy and you don't have time for that, then this video format will be perfect for you. So I'm so excited to have you. My name is Ro. I know my channel's name says Rodas, which is my full name, but I kind of just shorten it a little bit to make it easier on people to pronounce because it is a little bit ethnic. So welcome. I am so excited to have you here. A little bit about me. This is my very first video, so just so you have an in on who I am. I'm very passionate on self-development. I've been focused on it for the last 3 to 4 years. I know it's for a lifetime, but I really got started doing the inner work on myself when I was around 23 years old. And it has really changed and transformed me to the point that it really inspired me to create some form of content to reach people and to help people and to be a support, so that's a little bit about me. I don't know if there's anything else I should mention. I think that's about it. Today, I wanted to speak on something that has been kind of, heavy on my heart to talk on, and that's the idea of going through a transitional season or a new season, a new beginning. We just started the new year. So a lot of us have our New Year's resolution down, we have our vision board, and sometimes it's a matter of how do we get to that point where we can execute our goals. And I understand that it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're carrying dead weight from last season. So I'm here to speak a little bit on how you can equip yourself and position yourself for the best that God has for you. How do we position ourselves for the best that God has for us? That's a really good question. So as we get ready to jump into a new season, right? And I know this is not just, I'm speaking to myself as I'm speaking to you. A lot of it comes down to releasing some of the old, heavy burdens that we have, all of our old labels, mindsets, unhealthy relationships, unhelpful relationships that we may be carrying into new seasons, right? Because some of the things that may have worked, like old formula may have worked in an old season, but it requires a new mindset, a new heart posture in order to conquer the new one, especially if your goals are different, right? Like you could stick to the old formula if your goals aren't changing, if you're not really anticipating new results. But if you are, then 9 times out of 10, that formula is going to have to be different. The system is going to have to be different, right? So the first step is really analyzing your goals. When you analyze your goals and the vision and the ideal life that you have for yourself, where does what you're doing fit in that picture? You may have to tweak, you may have to pivot some things so that you can really usher in new results, right? So the first step is asking yourself, who do I need to be to get the me that I desire to be? Does that make sense? So who do I need to become in order to build the life of my dreams, in order to have the mental wellness that I desire to have, in order to have the relationships that I desire to build? Who do I need to become? That question is so powerful because it's really digging deep into our self-concept and our identity. There are certain things that we do that are just not helpful, right? Like you may be sabotaging your own peace, happiness, life, right? Life of your dream. And a part of that is acknowledging, what role do I have to play in it, right? So Maybe it's I need to set boundaries. I don't hold people accountable enough. People walk all over me, right? I need to be a little bit more assertive, right? So a lot of this is self-inventory that you have to go through. And in the process, you'll begin to, elevate in your mindset, in your mental state, in your emotional state, in your spiritual state. And so this does make a huge difference. It's about releasing the old way, right? The old man, and become new. Another principle that I incorporate when I get ready to usher in a new season is defining the season. So I have found this to be extremely helpful, because what happens when I define the season is that I'm laying out a framework of what to expect, and it's setting in that intentionality that I need in order to stay focused. So whenever life happens, or I get tugged and pulled, maybe distractions or what have you comes around, that intentionality that I set when I define the season really keeps me grounded, right? So this is one really important piece that I feel is very important if you want to tackle a new season. Now, the last piece of nugget, I saved the best for last. This is pivotal. And this last piece that I always incorporate in my daily life, which has helped me, that is inviting the divine in. What I mean by that is, a lot of times as humans, we have such big goals, big dreams that we want to attain, and it can become very overwhelming. When you invite God in, right? When you invite the divine in, what happens is He gives you provision around what these next couple of steps will look like, what this new phase of life will look like, what needs to be worked on. When you become sensitive to His guidance, it's really easy to, it's really easy to step into it with confidence, because and you get that confirmation that you need in order to walk that thing out. Thank you so much if you've stayed tuned in this far. I'm so glad to have you. I'll also have content like these every week, so please stay tuned in for more. The article that I've described earlier in the video will also be linked in the description box, so you can click up on it and read it. I'll also have my Instagram listed there so you could follow me. If you have any inputs, please put it down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. However, today's come to an end. I hope that you've been able to find one piece of nugget that you can take with you. But I'll see you next week. Take it easy. Bye-bye.